can share with you is that the repatriation flight has indeed landed in Kochi. That is carrying 45 Indians that were killed in the unfortunate, tragic fire in Kuwait. What you're seeing on your screens are live visuals of the repatriation aircraft that has landed in Kochi. That aircraft you see on your screens is carrying the mortal remains of 45 Indians that were tragically killed in an enraging blaze in Kuwait. Among the Indians on that repatriation flight that you see, there are 23 people from Kerala, 7 were from Tamil Nadu, 2 each from Andhra Pradesh and Odisha, and 1 from Bihar, 1 from Madhya Pradesh, 1 from Karnataka, 1 from West Bengal, and 1 from Uttar Pradesh. In fact, I must share with you, the majority of the victims worked for NDTV. That's a company in Kuwait which is the largest construction firm in the country. The building which caught fire also belonged to NDTV. The death of these 45 Indian workers in this fire is a reminder of the dismal working conditions of a large and often ignored section of the Indian diaspora, something that the opposition has also highlighted. But the Kuwait government has ordered an investigation and assured that the guilty will be held to account. I must share with you that the country's Deputy Prime Minister has asked the Kuwait Municipality and the Public Authority of Manpower to address similar violations that may be happening elsewhere, where a large number of workers are crowded into residential buildings. As you can see, the IAF aircraft has landed in Kochi. After this, it will indeed head to New Delhi. My colleague Sam Daniel has been tracking the latest developments for us. He joins us live at the moment. Sam, the last respects will be paid by the Kerala Chief Minister, ministers of the state, and we're told exclusive ambulances have been arranged for each of the bodies.
That's right, Parameshwar, a pall of gloom across Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The flight carrying the mortal remains of 45 Indians who were charred to death in that terrible Kuwait fire tragedy has just landed in Kochi. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, elected representatives, and a minister from Tamil Nadu would pay the respects first. And then both governments, the Kerala government and the Tamil Nadu government, have arranged ambulances to take the mortal remains to families both in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The charred bodies have been identified, so there will be no delay in terms of any other medical or scientific procedure. And we understand 23 workers are from Kerala, the ones who have been burnt in that terrible fire tragedy. 7 are from Tamil Nadu and 1 from Karnataka. And the mortal remains of others would be flown to Delhi. The Union Minister of State for External Affairs, Kirti Singh, who actually had flown to Kuwait to oversee the repatriation, also on board in this particular flight. And Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan in a message has said, now both the centre and state should work together in tandem to help the bereaved families. The Kerala government has announced a relief of 5 lakh rupees to each of these families, and other agencies have also come forward to join the government in providing another assistance of 7 lakh rupees. So totally families of each of these persons who died would get 12 lakh rupees. In Tamil Nadu, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has announced a relief of 5 lakh rupees to each of these families. And now the attention is also turning towards the other injured people who are still being treated in Kuwait. Besides working with the local government authorities, both Tamil and Malayali associations also are reaching out in terms of extending medical help and other assistance to people who are being treated there. It was a very terrible tragedy. The workers were caught off guard.
Right. In fact, Sam, preliminary investigations into this fire incident, they indicate glaring lapses from 24 gas cylinders on the ground floor of that 7-story building to inflammable materials like paper that was actually used as partitions to separate the workers in the cramped rooms. We're also hearing of locked doors to the rooftop that didn't allow workers to escape to the rooftop. What are you hearing? What have you picked up on?
Several glaring violations in terms of safety. That's what we are hearing from local investigation and local media reports, Parameshwar, that although the fire began on the ground floor, the stock of gas cylinders made it worse as they exploded, and we understand the access to the terrace was also locked, and there were several other barriers which made it difficult for people who were asleep at that time to get a sense of what's happening and then to find a way for safety, forcing many to actually jump from higher floors, and some actually suffered severe injuries in that as well. Although India in that sense could not do much in a foreign country, but many believe India being an emerging supplier of human resource globally, it's time India actually leverages its ties with the Middle East countries and make sure that people who employ migrants from India would comply with safety norms so that to a large extent tragedies like this can be averted. And this tragedy is yet another reminder of the unsafe conditions in which people from India live in foreign countries, particularly in the Middle East.
Well, as always, Sam, thanks so much for joining us with the latest details. As my colleague Sam Daniel is reporting, among the Indians on that repatriation flight, 23 were from Kerala, 7 from Tamil Nadu, 2 each from Andhra Pradesh and Odisha, and 1 each from Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, West Bengal, and Uttar Pradesh. In fact, Sam, a majority of the victims worked for NDTV, which happens to be the largest construction firm in the country. Right, I'm told we have lost that connection with my colleague Sam Daniel. As we reconnect with him, I'd like to mention the building which caught fire belonged to NDTV, which is a company in Kuwait. It's the largest construction firm in the country. Also, Kerala Health Minister Veena George has claimed that the central government denied her permission to go to Kuwait in order to assist and coordinate as far as these relief efforts are concerned. Most of the deceased are from India, and among them, most are from Kerala, as Sam has been reporting as well. In Kuwait, though, Indian carpenters, masons, electricians, construction site laborers, factory and domestic workers, as well as food delivery agents, they actually make up nearly a fifth of the country's workforce. So it's a no-brainer that their welfare should be priority. In fact, I must share with you, the Kuwait government has ordered an investigation and assured that the guilty will be held to account. Their country's deputy prime minister has asked the Kuwait municipality and the Public Authority of Manpower to address similar violations that may be taking place elsewhere where a large number of workers are crowded into residential buildings. The death of these 45 Indian workers in this tragic fire is indeed a reminder of the dismal working conditions of a large and often ignored section of the Indian diaspora.